this video is going to be about is re-earning trust. I'm forcing interaction between me and him. Thrall is really confused right now. Potential downside to this, I am very sweaty right now. I'm a little nervous though, because I just, me then giving him medicine next. Hey guys, how's it going? You may be wondering why I am in my Tegu's enclosure. We got Frapp right over here. He is actually going through somewhat of a shed right now on his face, so he's rubbing his face on everything. I'm sure you'll be seeing that throughout the video. But you guys know, if you've been following the channel, that I have been giving him medicine to deal with some issues. And for a period there, I had to actually grab him and put medicine in his mouth directly. That didn't taste that good. I had to give him injections in the side of him. And he hasn't really been too happy about that, obviously. I can't really blame him, but I had to do it. And what this video is going to be about is re-earning trust that might have been lost from having to forcefully grab him and stuff like that. It's not going to be like from day one because we do have a history, but there is some reconnection we need to do. So we're going to do that today, and that is exactly why I am in the enclosure. So let's get to that. Stay tuned for announcements at the end of the video. In terms of supporting the Patreon, I'd really appreciate you guys. A minimum of $1 a month you can support the channel, merch as well, and the Herp Hour, which is a podcast on Twitch. More on that later though. Okay, in my first taming video, I talked about a method where you would sit in a bathtub, and that was actually pretty funny because I tried doing that with him and he wasn't working out and he pooped everywhere and I had to use a shampoo as a fill-in. Go watch that if you haven't. But basically you sit in a bathtub, and the whole thing about it is that you want them to go to you in order to get out of the bathtub. You are their only way out to get out of the bathtub, so it forces interaction, it forces them to go near you, check you out, because bathtubs are slippery, you know? They're not going to get out on their own when they're younger. Now he's big and old, so he can get out on his own, which is exactly why I'm in his enclosure, but it's all about forcing that interaction. So today, I'm forcing interaction between me and him. I'm not touching him though, unless he comes near me. It's all about existing in his environment, without forcing, touching or anything like that. Just knowing that I can exist in the same environment as he without me giving him medicine, doing something he doesn't like. And I've talked a lot about this a lot with the Ackies in terms of just laying your hand in their enclosure, not touching them, not doing anything, just existing in their environment. So they know that you could be a part of it without annoying them or touching them. So that's what we're doing here today. Now, usually I'm not a huge fan of feeding for taming, but it does work out in terms of making them like you a little bit more because they do love their food. It makes your interaction with them much more positive, and then they'll start associating that with you. And his medicine is in there, by the way. I like to call that pill pockets for Tegus. Check out that video in the top right. But yeah, so I don't think it's the worst thing in the world to be using food for taming purposes, bonding purposes. I do think it has its place, and it's just not really my cup of tea all the time. But it definitely does associate you with a positive interaction. So what I'm going to be doing, like I was explaining, is I'll be staying in the enclosure, being a part of his environment, so he has to interact with me, he has to check me out, he has to accept me as part of his environment and know that when I interact with him, it's not just all about the medicine. There could be positive interactions, there could be neutral interactions, just reaffirm that we're friends here. And he is checking me out, he's going in places that I don't want him to go in. But that's all a part of what I'm trying to accomplish here. So what I'm going to try to do is stay in there for a half hour. I'm going to end up grabbing that and having Olivia shut me in here because I don't want to let the humidity out. Thrall is also too curious right now. But I'm going to try for a half hour. I don't know if I'll last because it can get pretty humid and hot in here. But you want to stay in here for more than just a couple minutes because that really doesn't have that association. You need some time to go through to have them process and accept that you're going to be here in their enclosure. So if you're going to do this, you rather do it for longer periods of time than more days. So it's better to do this for like 30 minutes every other day than 15 minutes every day, if you get what I'm saying. So we're going to do that, and I'll do takes as I'm sitting in here on updates and what I like seeing from them. Okay, so I'm officially locked in here. Olivia's taking pictures of me locked in the enclosure. But basically, I'm going to be chilling in here, so it's a little bright. The lighting in here is not too great. And interacting with Frappuccino, who is right back there. He is very preoccupied, though, today with getting that shed off. He's probably going to knock that over because he knows I don't want him to. So, you know, that might make this not as special as it should be. But we're going to try to just exist in here and have him interact with me. The good news about him shedding is that he will use me as something to rub his shed off against, which again makes him want to interact and be around me, smell my scent, all the good stuff. I do have his, sorry about my feet, guys, but I do have his hide blocked off, so he can't just retreat in there. He's forced to interact with me. So hopefully he'll check me out a bunch and he'll come near me, and he's been good so far. I really, like I said, I don't really think it's going to be like a total reconnect type of thing. We obviously still have a bond. It's just reaffirming that trust and respect. He's definitely moving around a lot more because I'm in here. I definitely think he's confused. I want him to settle down a little bit too because I want him to know that he can relax with me and not get all worked up. He doesn't have to be on high alert when I'm around. So that is something else I want to work towards, and I think that will be a good last sign once he kind of got over the whole medicine ordeal, is that he's cool relaxing with me and not being in this hyper-intensive state, if that makes sense. But yeah, you know, it's kind of hard, like I said, when he's shedding. You can see a fresh new face right there. Fresh new shedded face. He has to work on his body, but we'll be going through a full shed probably within the next couple weeks is my expectation. Another thing you could do, and like I said, this is kind of what you do purely with the Ackie version of this, is just putting your hand in there. I'm just putting my hand in his personal space just to force interaction, force him checking me out. I'm a little nervous though because I just, you know, I saw that coming. I saw how he was checking me out. This was the hand I was holding the mouse with, so that is not his fault, that's my fault. Good thing I pulled it away though before he got some of the wrong ideas. But yeah, I definitely recommend, if you're going to be doing this, do not have nice smelling hands because you know, that's probably going to go exactly how that just went. Except Frapp is a little bit nicer. But yeah, so I would do that though, just to get in their space a little bit, because they might, even if you block off their hide, still try to go in a corner, stay away from you or something. So it would be a good idea to try to get in their comfort space a little bit and make them check you out, make them see your scent and stuff like that. That's a good idea, and it works towards, you know, having them be able to relax with you kind of right there, with you guys basically touching. Now, you might not want to start off with that. You might want to first exist in their enclosure, and then once they're kind of in this zone here, where he's just relaxing next to me, then you want to maybe kick it up a little bit and include your hand close to them and stuff like that. So I wouldn't start off like that, because then you also might just get a nip because he's, you know, not feeling that. It might not be a scent, mouse hand scent really. You guys get what I'm saying. But basically, that's how I would go about it. So what's good news is I've been kind of chilling here for the past 5 minutes since I did the last recording, and he's been pretty chill so far. He obviously just got up when I called him out on being chill. But yeah, he's just basically doing this. That's a good sign. That's, again, I know I said this multiple times already, why I don't think it's going to be a total reconnect and re-earning of trust and respect. We obviously still have a repertoire, or however you pronounce that. It's just kind of reaffirming that. So that's good news. I'm excited and happy to see that he can relax next to me. I think it's mostly about touching him, which I'm going to get to. I mean, here we go. I guess we can start with that. But that's where he kind of gets a little weird, because I guess he's used to, whenever I grab or touch him, me then giving him medicine next. I probably touched his head or something and it scared him, but that scared the crap out of me. Sorry, Frap. But you can see, like, I mean, besides that little shake of the head, he's a little worked up right now. He's perked up. He's not relaxed. That's what I'm trying to get over and get to the point where he can stay relaxed and I can touch him and it's not a big deal. He doesn't like his head being touched. That's why he does that. But he does like the chin, right? There you go. I'm gonna relax on my hand, right? So it's kind of iffy. He's just a little suspicious, I would say. But that's kind of what we're working towards. So this is good. He's now checking me out, rubbing against me. I just don't want him near my toes or my hands because my fingers, like I said, they smell like mice. But this is good. This is exactly what you want, him checking you out and spending time with you. Definitely not coming off aggressive or anything, but he's checking out the smells here, just kind of hanging out. And that's what you want. You want them to kind of be forced to interact with you and accept you as part of their environment. That's what the goal is here. Whew, I am dying, but he is still interacting with me. He's down there somewhere. I don't know if you can see him. Where are you? Oh, there's your little face. So he's checking me out still, doing everything I like. And the one, I mean, not great side effect for me is that I'm getting a little stinky in here because it's so hot, but that will help him with my scent, especially since when I'm working usually in here, I probably am a little stinky. So he probably is gonna keep that scent in mind and remember it's me. Obviously, one cool thing, and I mentioned this in my taming video, one of them, that you can do with them as babies to get used to you is put in something you wore in their hide that they can kind of dig into, and then they'll get used to your scent. So it's always good to associate them with your scent, and that definitely helps with the bond taming process. Well, I got out of there real quick. I didn't get it on camera because Frapp decided to deter me, not really, but to deter me from being in his enclosure to lay a poop. And that smelled, and I was not staying in there. I almost lasted a half hour though, but that poop, I was not putting up with that poop. So I did leave. I think everything went pretty well though overall. I just got to get him a little used to being close to me, I guess. Not in the proximity, I don't know. It looked good overall, like I said. It's just kind of formalizing that trust again. Making sure he knows that whenever I touch him now, it's not medicine related. Couple quick announcements before we wrap up the video. Thank you Herb M and David T for supporting the Patreon. It means a lot to me. If you want to support the Patreon and see some cool behind the scenes footage, check the description. If you're interested in the merch, I had to change because I was very sweaty. Make sure to check the description as well. The designs will be in the top right. Lastly, make sure to check out the Herp Hour on Twitch where me and DBCB Exotics, Dakota, we go live on there every Saturday, usually with a guest, and we discuss some really cool topics. That's in the description as well. Like I said, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a comment and a like. Those likes help out a lot. Make sure to subscribe as well if you haven't. Anyway, guys, see you next time.